Hi, this is Srinivas Gattani again, and today is 6th of March 2025. So, a lot is happening across the globe. The war talks in Europe are escalating, and everybody is talking to each other. People are talking back and forth with the European leaders are back and forth with Ukraine's President Zelensky. Zelensky has been having discussions with the American president and vice president, and there is a lot of chatter on signaling each other on X and other forums. And y- it seems US and Russia can probably ha- have a discussion. They can get each other onto the discussion table, but Russia is not really interested to talk to either President Zelensky or the rest of the Europe. Uh, at the moment, this is what it feels like. Now, here's an interesting take from the Prime Minister of Denmark. Her name is Mette Frederiksen. I'm sorry, apologies. So she talks about the situation, and let's hear her out.
I don't think we should panic, but I think we are in a hurry. And I think we have been in a hurry for 3 years, but now we really have to scale up and to speed up because Russia and Putin is not only threatening Ukraine, but all of us. And we have to be able to defend ourselves. My idea about Ukraine is the same as it has been now for 3 years, that they have to win this war. And if we allow Russia to win the war, I'm sorry to say it directly to all of you, he will continue and they will continue. And maybe we will even give them a better situation than today, because if we end this war now with some kind of a frozen conflict, a ceasefire, it will give Russia the possibility to return to Russia, to mobilize more funds, people, and maybe to attack another country in Europe. I don't think we should panic, but I think we
So she says that if we do not take, they are in a hurry and they have to do something and they have to mobilize against Russia, or else Russia will start attacking one country, and then Russians will not stop. They will simply go ahead and start attacking other countries in Europe. And she's trying to picturize it as what Adolf Hitler did in the Second World War. Basically, he started invading all the countries across Europe. So they're trying to paint Putin with the same paint. So here, Elon has tweeted this just a few minutes ago. He says they want the forever war. So we know that since Donald Trump has taken office, and even before that, uh, all the American patriots have lined up with President Donald Trump, and Elon is among the high rankers there, and he says America doesn't really want to get onto this war. President Donald Trump stands for peace, is what he has been talking about since a very long time, actually. So the perception across the globe uh, is being created that America is standing for peace, and indeed America actually is the biggest player if there is a war theater which breaks out, that which can really bring peace. And why can it bring peace? Because it is the only player whom President Vladimir Putin from Russia respects and would like to talk peace with. So it seems to be a very conducive situation, to be honest, actually. Like the two superpowers of the world, except for China, they want to. They are like they are friendly with each other. The people in Russia like Trump. The people in the patriots in America also seem to like Vladimir Putin, and President Trump and President Putin seems to have some kind of a repo between them. and they would like to get onto the table. So if the two superpowers of the world would like to do that, it there's highly unlikely that a war can break out. But then nothing actually stops a war if even the smallest player who have nuclear missiles decides to go rogue or do not want to compromise or do not want to get onto a discussion or peace talks. So here, interestingly, all the Western countries, Western European countries who have a lot of history uh, with them of going to war with each other over a millennia or more, and uh, these Western European countries still are talking about going to war with Putin. They say they are in a hurry, and they have been in a hurry for about last 3 years, and somehow they are convinced that that's the only solution. So yesterday I read a post. I have not verified it that Germany is talking about. Was it Germany? Yeah, one of the European, either Germany or European Union is talking about funding Ukraine with 800 billion euros. So to go to war against Russia. So and today we see this video where she's concurring with the same mentality or basically the same stance. Elon says, how many more parents with no sons, how many more children with no fathers? By the logic, it never ends. So basically, we know that there are no winners of a war except for probably the industrial complexes. People always lose in a war. There are hardly any winners. There are very, very, very few winners, and people don't get to see these winners actually. So this bloc, the Western European bloc, is has gotten to have come to like they have a treaty which they have organized themselves together under. It's called NATO. We all know about it. So NATO. Let's have a listen to this particular video by a YouTuber whom I have been watching for over a decade. His name is Mr. Mike Maloney. He's from America. So have a listen at this. This particular video is an 8-year-old video. It has got 5.5 million views.
Have a reason for their paranoia. They are scared right now that they could be under attack. And here's one of the reasons. This is a map of the former USSR, which after World War II had taken control of countries like Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Belarus, Ukraine, Kazakhstan, and so on. And then we have here the Eastern Bloc countries, Poland, Romania, East Germany, and so on. And this is what was called the Iron Curtain. And you'll notice here, the USSR, through their allies here, had direct access to the Mediterranean and access to the Atlantic through the Straits of Gibraltar, or from their bases in the Black Sea through the little straits there at Turkey, very narrow straits. Then in 1949, NATO was created, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. The US and Canada are not on this map, but basically it's the United States protecting countries that sign up with it. And the deal is that if you're a member of this organization and somebody attacks you, it's like they're attacking everybody in the organization. It's a promise to come to each other's defense.
So this promise technically is covered under an article called Article 5. And this was created in, NATO was created in 1949, as Michael states, just a few years after the World War II has finished, and the new structures of world finance have been put in place.
Should any one of them be attacked. So here we have NATO in 49, and then we've got Turkey and Greece added in 52, and then in 55 we've got West Germany and Spain in 82, and then in 1990, East Germany, the Iron Curtain retracted closer to the USSR, and Albania, a few years before, left the Warsaw Pact countries, the Eastern Bloc countries, and so the Russians lost their direct access to the Mediterranean. And then we've got 1990 to 91, the Warsaw Pact imploded, and all of the former Eastern Bloc countries that were allies of the USSR are now doing trade deals and stuff with the West. And then in 1999, the USSR implodes and they lose all of the former territories that were just like states or provinces of the USSR. They now become independent countries, and former Eastern Bloc countries of Poland and Czechoslovakia, Hungary, Romania, Bulgaria, and former territories. This was part of the USSR, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania.
So, in a sense, actually, the point I want to cut across is in a gist, in this particular video, Mike Maloney has really really presented very nicely that how NATO was created and how NATO expanded and grew towards the east and all the way onto the borders of Russia. And of course, Russia has been under pressure because of the growing presence of a treaty organization between the Western European countries. It's actually a military treaty organization, and US is a part of it, which led to the Cold War, the Cold War era. So at the moment, the situation is pretty interesting. Within Europe, there have been voices from the likes of Italy, from Poland, from Romania, where the heads of these states actually are like kind of having second thoughts, and they do not want to they do not want to pick up a fight against Russia. So like yesterday I saw a new snippet where the Giorgia Meloni, the Prime Minister of Italy, says she doesn't want to send her soldiers to fight the Russian armies. Similarly, we know that there has been some kind of a coup in Romania last week, where the right wing sitting president was removed or something. Poland, the head of the state, has been talking about and talking against the woke leftist policies, which has been funded left, right, and center by the American money into Poland. Similarly, Hungary's head of the state has been talking against the woke thing very verbally, very vocally for a long time. So now the cards are open actually. So there's nothing to hide, nothing low. All the intentions are in public. The public knows about everything. So the UK declared last week, in the last 4 days, that they want to put boots on ground in Ukraine, and they want to send their armed forces into the Ukraine to fight Russia. And so the war has already been called actually. Now the thing is that what America does is is the key basically, because even with all the money which Europe has, even if they pull in like $1 trillion, $2 trillion, and all, they get mercenaries from, if America is not ready to send, if they start getting mercenaries from all the other countries wherever they can, I don't think an organization of that effect can be affected against Russia. And why do they have to really go to war if peace talks are a possibility, where is something which probably I do not understand properly. But yeah, this is something which I'm pondering on. So do let me know what you think about this video, and we'll connect again. See you.